Yes, yesterday's class, Java introduction given. Java depends on both compiler as well interpreter. The topic discussed yesterday. Okay. See all that software introduction, system software, application software. Next OS, front end, back end, language packages, low level language, high level languages. Yes, generation of computers discussed. About 2-level language, about high-level language discussed. Next about interpreter compiler discussed. Next Java depends on both the compiler as well interpreter. Here that introduction also discussed. Java introduction discussed. Yes, today topic is independent of that. This is today topic. Java features. Java features. Java features. See, you guys, yes, not required to write any running notes. Running notes is not necessary. Okay. See, for explanation purpose, sometimes using word, yes, notepads. Sometimes yes, I'm using Word document. Explanation purpose. Same thing I have prepared in document series. For example, for today, yes, morning batch with memory map and all that explain here. Same thing you can see in document of this kind of diagrams also you can see in document here. Yes, if I'm explaining the diagrams also will be there in document. Yes, so including diagrams, everything prepared in document here. So you guys don't worry about notes. Running notes not at all required. Running notes not at all required. You don't worry about running notes. Just you understand the classes enough here. You understand the classes. Okay. Yes, independent of platform. Independent of platform. What is independent of platform? Let us say about independent of platform. Yes. Java is an independent of platform. So what does it mean here? Yes. What does it mean? What does it mean here? It's independent of platform. Independent of platform. Yes, what does it mean? See here, platform means OS. See, yesterday we discussed about OS discussed. Operating system is a platform where we can run all the application softwares. OS is a platform. OS means it is a platform. On top of OS, everything is running, right? So OS is acting like a platform. OS is acting like a platform. Okay. So Java is an independent platform. What does it mean here? Here platform means it's a OS. Platform means OS. That means Java program running on anyways. Okay. A Java program running on anyways. Same Java program running on anyways here. Same Java program. A same Java program running on anyways. That's fine. See, independent platform means Java program running on anyways is a independent platform. Now immediately question here. How Java program made us independent of platform. How Java program made us independent of platform? That's a question. How Java program made us independent of platform? So how Java program made us independent of platform? Yes, let us see. This is the topic. How Java program made us independent of platform? How Java program made us independent of platform? Yes. For this purpose, first of all about exe file. About exe file we should discuss. About exe file. So what is exe file? Yes. What is an exe file? What is an exe file? What is an exe file? Yes, to understand this one, we should discuss about exe file. How is Java program made as independent platform? How is Java program made as independent platform? To understand this, yes, you must have exe file knowledge. Exe file knowledge. What is an exe file? See, exe file is a binary code file. Exe file is a binary code file. Yes, it's a binary code file. It is a system understandable language. It's a understandable. Yes, it's a system understandable language. Exe file is a binary code. Yes, what is binary code? Zeros ones format, right? Zeros ones format is a binary code file. It's a binary code. It's a system understandable language. Yes, here some question for you guys. Some question. Exe file prepared. Exe file prepared on Windows OS. Exe file prepared on Windows OS. Can I run on Linux OS? So this is a question. Yes, simple, very simple question here. You guys, very simple question. Exe file exe file exe file exe file prepared on Windows OS. Exe file prepared on Windows OS. Can I run on Linux OS? So this is a question here. Yes, tell me guys answer. exe file prepared on Windows OS. Can I run on Linux OS? Say yes or no. Very simple question. Exe file prepared on Windows OS. Can I run on Linux OS? Say yes or no. Say yes or no. Yes, just you tell me your idea. See you guys, tell me your idea. Yes, your answer may be right or wrong. It's not an issue. I don't mind about it here. Even you give a wrong answer, I don't mind. Okay, don't worry. Yes, just I'm asking your idea. I know you are a beginner, may not be having all knowledge. For that reason, started from the basics and explaining everything here. Okay. Yes. So exe file prepared on Windows OS. Can I run on Linux OS? See, not only guys who are having 10 years of Java experience, also they can't answer this question. Most of the, yes, even real-time experts also, they can't answer this question. They can't answer. Okay, don't worry. You don't feel, okay. Even real-time experts also, who is having 10 years experience also, yes, even they don't know about it. Okay, so don't worry. I'll explain clearly. Exe file prepared on Windows OS. Can I run on Linux OS? Answer is no, you can't run. Yes, reason why? What's the reason for this? Reason is, yes, exe file is OS dependent. Okay, see here. Exe file is prepared in this way. Can I run a Linux? Answer is no. Yes, of course, most of the guys can give the answer. Reason, exe file is OS dependent. This also anyone can answer. Anyone says that exe file is OS dependent. Yes, almost all Java trainers says that exe file is OS dependent. Every Java trainer simply says that exe file is OS dependent. Yes, immediately question why exe file? Yes, why exe file? Yes, is an OS dependent. This is important question. Yes. Why exe file is and why is dependent? Yes, for this even Java traders also they can't give the answer for this. Even real time Java who is having Java experience also they can't. I'll tell you now. Why exe file is why is dependent? Why exe file? Why exe file is why is dependent? For this purpose, yes, first of all, you must have the exe file knowledge. What is exactly exe file? Exe file contains what? See, exe file contains, what? Yes, you must have this knowledge. So, why exe file is why is dependent? To answer this question, you must have exe file knowledge. So, exe file contains what? What does it contain here? Exe file. What does it contain here? What does it contain? Yeah, binary code. Okay. Sai Kumar. Okay, fine. So exe file contains what? Anyone says that exe file is a binary code. It's a system understandable. That answer anyone says. Not only you, even Java trainer. Anyone says that exe file is a binary code file. That answer from everyone says. Okay. Exactly what is exe file? Let me explain. Okay, what is exe? Generally, basic answer, simple answer. Exe file means binary code. The simple answer, very simple answer. What is exe file means a binary code. Exactly what is exe file? See, for example, for example, let us take C program. Yes, C program, exe file, C program exe file prepared, C program exe file prepared on Windows space, Windows space, on Windows space. Okay. Yes, C program exe file prepared on Windows space, then it contains, it contains what? Let us see. C program exe file prepared on Windows space. Let's open Windows space C language, Turbo C. Yeah, this is our C program. Right? This is C program. Okay. Yes. Yes, you guys, why you open webcam is not necessary. It's not necessary open your webcam. Okay. Yes. See here, this is C program. So previous class, same program discussed. C program. Yes. Alt C compile. No error. Halt or run it. C enter first number 10. Second number 20. Yes. Addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Okay, fine. Now what is happening here? Behind of this, what is happening? C drive, turbo C, bin, instead of bin, that math.cpp. So yesterday's class only we discussed about this math.cpp. Math.cpp. So backend program, this is backend program. See math.cpp. Okay. Yes, now file save. It is saved. See timestamp 10:54 a.m. 17 Feb. 17th Feb. 17th Feb 10:54 a.m. Just now modified, saved. Time of last modification is 10:54 a.m. That's okay, fine. Now let us compile this program. Alt C compilation is compiled. See, when he compiled, yes, backend one object file generated. Math.obj file properties dot obj that object file generated. Math.obj that object file generated. Yes, here generated one object file. Okay. After that, fine. Now that object file, this object math.txt object file contains binary code for our C program only. So this is our C program. C program, binary code for C program. So this part, binary code for C program. Okay. Next here, yes, std data, coordinate data. These data files also having some binary codes. This predefined library also having binary codes. Okay, fine. Now I'm running program. Just I'm running here. I'm running program. 1 second. Yes, I'm running this program. Run it. See, once you run this backend exe file created, right? See, yesterday same topic discussed. Exe file created. Yesterday compiler. Yes, yesterday I explained here about compiler. Compiler generates exe file. That's like only that point we discussed yesterday. Now, what is this exe file? This exe file contains what? How that exe generates. Now, what happens when you try to run it here? First of all, create exe file. At the time of creating exe file, what happens here? Yeah, that C compiler taking your math.obj file means binary code for our C program. Math.obj contains binary code for C program, binary code for C program plus binary code for C library. Yes, binary code for C library. So these are binary codes for this library files. Binary codes. Binary code for C library. Binary code for C program is a math.obj file. Math.obj file plus binary code for std data header file and binary code for OS library. By linking these three here, it will generate one exe file. That is exe file generation. Okay. C program exe file prepared in this way. Then it contains binary codes, binary codes, binary codes for C program, binary code for C program plus binary code for C program plus binary code for C library, binary code for C library, binary code for C library, binary code for C library plus binary code for OS library. Yes, what is OS? Windows OS. It's a Windows OS. Binary code for Windows OS library. Binary code for Windows OS library. That's it here. C program exe file prepared in Windows OS. C program exe file prepared in Windows OS. Then it contains binary code for C program, binary code for C library, and binary code for Windows OS library. By linking all of this, it generates exe file. By linking all of this, it generates exe file. Okay. Yes, by linking. So here OS library. See OS library. Yes, links to OS library. Links to exe file. Exe file at the time of generating exe file. At the time of generating exe file. OS library links to exe file. Okay, links with exe file. Links with OS library links with exe file at the time of generating exe file. See, previously in previous classes we discussed. See, last point, OS, about OS. Every program has to link with OS library before going to start execution. Every program has to link. Okay. Yes. Every program has to link with OS library before going to start. C program, C++, Java, Hadoop. All of the programs have to link with OS library. Now in case of C language, what happens here? See, that OS library links with exe file. OS library links with exe file at the time of generating exe. Yes, this is called static linking. Yes, it is a static linking. Yes, it is a statically linking. It's a statically linking. Just wait. You'll be understanding. Wait. Statically linking, dynamically linking. Statically and dynamically. That point you can understand once Java program explains. After explaining Java programming, you can understand clearly what is static linking, what is dynamic linking. You can understand clearly. Just wait for a minute. Okay. See, OS library links with exe file at the time of generating exe file. At the time of generating. Okay, it's a statical linking. Okay, so exe file, see exe file, yes, always, yes, links with OS library, links with OS library. That's it. Exe file links with OS library. That's it. Okay, let us take one more example. Linux. Linux. Yes, see in Linux you can understand very clearly. About exe file in Linux you can understand very clearly. See Turbo C. In Turbo C backend it's happening all this. Compilation. Yes, running when you run this backend, that exe file creating automatically. In the backend creating exe file. Backend creating exe file and running it. But in Linux you have to create manually. Now you can understand very clearly. In Linux you can understand very clearly. Linux you can understand very clearly. Okay. Yes. Next example. Next example. Next example. Next example. Yes. Exe file. C program exe file prepared on Linux base. Linux base. C program exe file prepared on Linux base. C program exe file prepared on Linux base. Then it contains binary code for C program, binary code for C library, binary code for Linux OS library. C program exe file prepared on Linux base. C program exe file. C program exe file prepared on Linux base. Then it contains binary code for C program, binary code for C library, binary code for Linux OS library. Okay, see, let me show that. Linux. Yes, what is happening Linux base? Yes, you guys don't worry about Linux base. Our topic is not Linux base. Our topic is exe file. Just you focus on exe file. Don't think about Linux base. See, I'm using some commands like ls. That is not necessary for you. cd change of directory. Okay, present working directory mn drop ls. Here some C program is there. C program. 1 second. See, this is your C program. gedit in Linux notepad. Gedit is like a Windows notepad. Gedit is like a Windows notepad. Gedit test.c. Yeah, this is your C program. Yes, here are same library, C library, std data center file. Next main function. Same program, addition, subtraction, multiplication. Okay. Yes. Now compilation. We should compile it like a yes Windows C language. You say Turbo C. You say Windows space. You say Windows. No Linux. GCC hyphen C test and compiling. Hyphen C means compilation. Compiling test.c. GCC means a C language compiler. It's a C language compiler. C language compiling test.c file. It's compiling. Yes, compiled ls. See the test.o file generated. Yes, same like here Windows math.ob is right. Like that here test.o file generated. What is test.o? This test.o contains binary code for our C program. Binary code for C program is this part. This part. This part converts into binary code zeros ones format and write into object file. Write into object file. Okay, right? Next, stdio data is also having its own binary codes. Its own binary codes. Okay, fine. Yes, ls test.o. Now I'm converting to exe file. Next, we should create exe file. Yes, exe file name is project. Project or any name you can use. Project test.o. Test.o. Now convert into exe file. See, project exe file what? It's exe file. Project is exe file. Yes, how that? C language compiler. Linking all the objects files. Yes, hyphen O means object files. Linking all objects files generating exe file. Okay, now linking what? Test.o means binary code for our C program. Next, binary code for C library, stdio data set file. Binary code for OS library. By linking all of this in generating the project exe file. Okay, C program exe file. C program exe file prepared in Linux base. Then it contains binary code for C program. Binary code for C program. Yes, binary code for C. Binary code for C program is tested.o file plus binary code for C library. Binary code for C library. Binary code for C library. Binary code for Linux OS library. Binary code for C program. Binary code for C library. See binary code for this is binary code for C program. Binary code for C library means stdio data set file. Next binary code. Next binary code for OS library. Yes, by linking all of these things. By linking all of these things generating exe file. Now here exe file contains for Linux OS library. Here exe file. Here exe file. Here exe file. Yes, links with Linux OS library. Linux OS library. That's it here. Okay. Yes, if exe file prepared on Windows OS, exe links with Windows OS library. Next, if it is prepared on Linux OS, linking with Linux OS library. If it is prepared on Unix OS, links with Unix OS library. If it is on Mac OS library. That OS library always links with exe file here. So exe file always links with OS library. That exe file contains OS library. Okay, let me show that. Now, see project exe file. It's exe file. See gedit the project. Let me open that exe file. I'm opening project exe file. See that exe file. Just a minute. It's reading. It's opening. Exe file. See, this is exe file. The zeros ones format. It's exe file binary code. It's a system understandable language. It's a binary code file. It's a binary code file. It's a binary code file. Okay. Yes. Next, one more thing here. In Linux, there's a command to check the type of the file. Linux, there's a file command. File command to check the type of the file. Suppose test.c file. See, test.c source ASCII text. It's a C source. It's a C source. See file that project exe. See that? Yes, file command. File command to check the type of that project. What is type of this file here? Exe file. Executable. That project is a executable. 64-bit executable. 64-bit means that current Linux base is 64-bit base. 64-bit executable file. See, ld-linux x8664.so2. See .so. Yes, it's an extension for OS library. Yes, OS library extension. SO is the extension for the OS library. It's a version. Dot to version. It's a version number. .1, .2, .3, .4 version number. This is what Linux OS library. So project exe file contains what? Linux OS library. This project exe file contains Linux OS library. I think now it's clear, right? Okay. See, exe file is a binary code file. Exe file is a binary code file. Even that binary code also showed here. Exe file is a binary code file. It's a binary code file. Zeros funds format. See that. What is exe file? Exe file is a binary code file. Yes, it contains OS library. See, exe it's a binary code. It's a binary code. Exe file is a binary code file. Binary code file. It always links with OS library. See this. It's a OS library. Exe file linked with Linux OS library. That's it. Okay. Yeah, these embedded C concepts. In embedded C, various kind of things we can see. That exe file internals and everything. Yes, we can see in embedded C. Okay, embedded C, Linux based C. It's embedded C, embedded C. So exe file always links with OS library. I think everyone cleared. This is conclusion with exe file. So what is exe file? Exe file is a binary code file. It's a system understandable language. It always links with OS library. Exe file links with OS library. Okay. Now, see. Suppose test.exe file prepared on Windows OS. Yes. How it is working? How it's working on different operating systems, different platforms or operating different platforms. Let us see different platforms. Test.exe file prepared on Windows OS. How it is working on different platforms. So test.exe prepared on Windows OS means yes, it links with Windows OS library. Links with Windows OS library. That Windows library, right? So test.exe file with Windows OS library. Test.exe file with Win library. That Windows library, right? Yes. How this is working on different platforms. Now working on different platforms. Test.exe file with Windows library. Yes, how it's working on different platforms. Now let us take different platforms here. Different platforms. See. Yes, your computer, hardware. Yes, previously we discussed hardware. Yes, hardware. See hardware. On top of hardware. Yeah, this is a OS, right? Hardware. On top of hardware, OS running. Suppose if it is Windows OS. First, let us take Windows OS. Windows OS. Yes, Windows OS with Windows library, Win library. Windows OS with Windows library. Okay. Now this test.exe file running on top of Windows OS. The test.exe file running on Windows OS, not test.exe file. Yes, test.exe file. See. Now this test.exe file. Let us say this test.exe file placing on Windows OS. After placing in Windows OS here, when you try to run test.exe file, what happens here? Yes, when you try to run test.exe file, then it makes a call to Win library. It makes a call to Windows library. Yes, test.exe file. When you try to run test.exe file, it will try to call Windows library. Yes, it will try to call Windows library. Yes, it's available. That Windows library is available. Just calling Windows library, calling Windows library. Yes, here it's calling Windows library. Using that library communicates with the hardware components. That's it here. So test.exe file already linked with Windows library. Then it will try to call Windows library. Yes, available here. Same. That library is available here. Using that library communicate with hardware components. So this is exe file. Yes. Prepared exe file prepared Windows OS. It links with Windows OS library. So test.exe will Windows library running is like this. Now let us take another platform. How it's working on next platform. This is Windows platform. Next platform. Let us take Linux platform. Linux. Linux OS. Linux OS with Linux library. Linux library. Now same test.exe file. Same that test.exe file placing a Linux base. After placing a Linux base, when you try to run this test.exe file, what happens here? Yes, it's calling Windows library. Because test.exe file already linked with Windows OS library. Test.exe file with Windows library. So since it's linked with OS library, it will try to call Windows library, but here is not available. That library is different here. Library is not matching. Since test.exe file linked with Windows OS library, it will try to call Windows OS library. Yes, test.class file linked with Windows OS library. So then it will try to call Windows library, but here is not available. That library is not matching. Simply fails. Simply it fails here. Simply it fails here. Same thing. Let us take another platform. Yes, Unix platform, Unix base. Unix base with Unix library. Unix base with Unix library. Now this tested same test.class file. When it try to execute on Unix base, it will try to call Windows library, but here is not available. That library is not matching. Simply it fails. So that's the reason exe file is OS dependent. That's the reason exe file is OS dependent. Since exe file contains OS library is a OS dependent. That's the reason. Okay. Yes. Why exe file is OS dependent? Yes, this is a question. Okay. Yes. Answer. For this answer, why exe file is OS dependent? Reason? Yes. Exe file. Yes. Exe file contains OS library. OS library. Exe file contains OS library. Okay. Yes. Since exe file, yes, since exe file linked with OS library, yes, it's a OS dependent. Yes, it's an OS dependent. It's an OS dependent. That's the reason for this. OS dependent. Yes, very clearly, practically explained. Okay, what is exe file instead of exe? What are the contents of exe? Okay, see contents of exe. Very clearly explained about exe. That contents, exe contents. That OS library, Linux OS library. Okay, since exe file contains OS library is a OS dependent. So this is about exe file. Yes, now let us come to Java dot class. Now let us come to Java. Yes, about Java. Let us see about Java. Yes, about Java. Now let us see Java. Yes, how is Java made as independent platform? Now you can understand very clearly. Okay, come to Java. Yes, how? Yes, Java. Yes, made us independent platform. That's the question here. Independent of platform. Independent of platform. Independent of platform. Yes, let us see. Yes. So for this, you must have the dot class file knowledge. Now let us see about dot class. Suppose same example, C program example for Java. Java. Same example. Java program. In place of C now it's Java. Java program, not exe file, bytecode file. Java program dot class file. Java program dot class file prepared on Windows OS. Then it contains what? Can you guess it? You guess? Java program dot class file prepared on Windows OS. Then it contains what? then it contains what? Bytecode for Java program, bytecode for Java program, bytecode for Java program. Next, bytecode for Java library, bytecode for Java library. Next, binary code for OS library. No, only this much. Okay, Java program dot class file prepared in this OS. Then it contains bytecode for Java program, bytecode for Java library. That's it. See, here Java library also developed in Java. C library developed in C language. Java library developed in Java. Python library developed in Python. Scala library developed in Scala. C++ library developed in C++ only here. The same language. Library developed in the same language. Okay. Yes. So Java program dot class file. Java program dot class. Yesterday I showed the dot class file. So Java program dot class file prepared in this way. Then it contains bytecode for Java program, bytecode for Java library. That's it. No OS library. Okay. Yes. So dot class file. Yes, dot class file is a pure Java program. Pure Java program in byte formats. Okay. Dot class file is a pure Java program. Dot class file is a pure Java program in byte format. Dot class file is a pure Java program in byte format. Yes, it don't have any OS library. Okay. Yes, dot class file is free from OS library. It's a free from OS library. That's it here. Dot class file is free from OS library. It's a free from OS library. Don't have any OS, plain Java program. Very plain Java program here. Don't have any OS. Dot class file free from OS library. Dot class file free from OS library. Don't have any OS library. Okay. Suppose, for example, here, suppose some tested dot class file prepared on anyways. Yes, it don't have any OS library. Don't have any OS library. Right? It don't have any OS library. Right? No OS library. Yes. Not tested dot class file. Working on different platforms. How it's working on different platforms. Yes. Different platforms. How it's working on different platforms. Tested dot class file working on tested dot class file working on different platforms. How it's working on different platforms, let us see. Yes, like C language, here also let us take different platforms here. Like exe file, here also different platforms. Yes, hardware, on top of hardware, Windows OS, Windows library here. Okay. Yes, the tested dot class file. Not tested dot class file on this OS. So tested dot class file placed on Windows OS and run it. Yes, can I run this tested dot class directly? See, this tested dot class file, can I run it directly? Let's see. See, here previously discussed, every program has to link with OS library. C program or C++, Java, Hadoop, all the programs have to link with OS library and then executes, right? But Java program not at linked. The dot class file not at linked. Yes, it has to link. The dot class file has to link with Windows OS library and run it. Otherwise cannot. See, in case of exe file, at the time of generating exe file itself, test.exe file with Windows OS library here, already linked. All the link is done. At the time of creation of exe file itself, all are linked. already linked. So directly execution here. So again linking not necessary, already linked. So quality Windows library, then working. Okay, now here also quality Windows library, but not available, it fails. Now when come to Java, dot class file, yes, it's not linked. Then how it can execute? No, it cannot execute. You can't run dot class file directly. You cannot run dot class file directly here. Now this tested dot class file, this tested dot class file has to link with Windows OS library. Yes, we will link it here. For linking purpose between tested dot class file and your OS library, one more layer comes. What is that layer here? Anyone can you guess it? So between tested dot class file, Windows OS library, yes, one more layer comes. What is that layer? Anyone can you guess it? One more layer comes to picture between tested dot class file and the Windows OS library. One more layer come to picture. What is that layer? Yeah, Java interpreter, of course. Right. Right. Yes. Any others? Yes. Actually, it's a JVM. JVM comes to picture. Java interpreter is a part of JVM. Yes, you are right. Hare Krishna. Okay, fine. So JVM as a part of JVM, this is the interpreter. Yes, JVM topic next we'll discuss. Wait. JVM topic I'll explain next. Yes. See, JVM come to picture. JVM come to picture here. Now what happens here? Now JVM will take tested.class file, links with Windows OS library of linking, communicating with the hardware components. That's it. Okay. Now let us take another platform. Let us take another platform. 1 second. Let us take another platform. Suppose another platform. Here, this is Linux base. Linux base with Linux library. Linux base with Linux library. How it's working? Same process. Now this JVM taking tested.class file. So this JVM taking tested.class file and links with Linux library. Let us take another platform here. Yes, Unix platform. Yes, on Unix platform. Yes. Again JVM. Here also JVM. Unix platform with Unix library. Yet that Unix JVM taking .class file. Unix JVM taking .class links with Unix library. Once linked with communicates with the hardware. That's it here. So let us take one more platform here. One more platform. Yes. Suppose Mac OS. Another platform Mac. Java program running on Mac OS. Mac means Macintosh. Macintosh OS. Macintosh. Mac OS with Mac library. Yes, every OS has its own library. Okay, Mac library. Now this JVM taking tested.class file. So JVM taking tested.class file links with Mac library. So what is happening here? So whenever OS changing, that link changes automatically. Tested.class when placed on Windows OS, Windows JVM links with Windows OS library. Same tested.class file when running a Linux OS, Linux JVM taking tested.class links with Linux OS library. So whenever OS changes, that link changes. So whenever OS changing, every time of changing OS, that link changes. Every time of changing OS, here link changes. If OS is Windows OS, link with Windows OS library. If it is Linux, links to Linux library. If it is Unix, links to Unix library. Yes, if it is Mac OS, links to Mac library. Here, that's it here. So here, what happened here? Yes, here a .class file. Yes, dynamically. Yes, dynamical links to OS library. Dynamical means runtime. At runtime. Okay. Yes, 1 second. .class file. Yes, links to OS library at runtime. Okay. So depends on OS. It depends on OS. That link changes. Yes, it's called as dynamic linking. It is called as dynamic linking. Dynamically linking. This is called as dynamical linking. That's it. Yes, dynamical linking. It's called as dynamical linking. Called as dynamical linking here. So whenever we is changing, that link changes. Link is changing, right? Yes, changes. So that yes, whenever we change here, that link is changing automatically, dynamically changing that link here. See, in C language, what happens? exe file. In exe file, only one time linking. That never changes. Exe file linked with Windows based library. Always it will try to call Windows library. Yes, here also try to call Windows library. Here also try to call on every platform. On every platform, it will try to call Windows based library. Yes, here it's available, running fine. Here not available, fails. Here not available, fails. But in Java program, what happens here? Whenever we change, that link changes automatically. Yes, if it is Windows based, linking with Windows based library. If it is Linux based, linking with Linux based library. Yes, if it is Unix based, links with Unix library. Who will do that here? JVM. Behind of this is JVM here. So JVM takes care of linking dot class to current base. So whenever base changes here, every time of changing base here, that link changes. It's called dynamical linking. Dynamically at runtime linking here. See, dot transfer links to base library at runtime. Depends on base. Yes, that is yes. That link changes. If that link changes, so it is called a dynamical linking here. It is called as dynamical linking. Okay. Yes, since dot class file, since dot class file dynamically yes, linking to voice library. Yes, it's an independent. It's an independent of OS or platform. That's it. Yeah, that's the reason. Yes. Yes. How dot class file made us independent platform? Reason is this. How dot class made us independent platform? Yes, reason dynamical linking. Simple reason is dynamical linking. Dynamical linking. Reason, simple reason, dynamical linking. Since dot class file dynamical linking to OS library, it's an OS, yes, independent platform. That's it. So how Java made us independent platform? Behind of this is JVM. This is JVM. JVM makes the Java program as independent platform. Okay. Next, one more point. See, Java dot class file. Java dot class file is an independent of OS. Independent of OS, right? But JVM is a an OS dependent. See, Java program is independent of OS, but JVM is OS dependent. Yeah, this JVM is OS dependent. JVM is OS dependent. But JVM is OS dependent. JVM is OS dependent. Reason, yes, JVM is a C++ exe file. JVM is a C++ exe file. JVM developed in C++. Yes, JVM is a C++ exe file. JVM developed in C++. If it is exe file, definitely OS dependent. JVM it's a C++ exe file. Since it's exe file, it's OS dependent. JVM is a OS dependent here. Reason, it's a C++ exe file. Okay. Next here. Now you get doubt here. JVM, is it part of OS? Yes, Windows OS. Is it built in with JVM? Linux OS. Is it built in JVM? No. JVM is not a part of OS. JVM is from the JDK software. JVM is Java Virtual Machine. JVM means Java Virtual Machine. Java Virtual Machine. JVM means Java Virtual Machine. JVM, yes, is not a part of OS. JVM is not a part of OS. Yes, it is from the JDK software. JDK, it is from the JDK software. JDK means Java Development Kit. Okay, JVM is not a part of OS. It is from the JDK software. Okay, yes. Once JDK software installed. Once JDK software installed here, then then yes, JVM getting automatic, then JVM getting automatically, JVM getting automatically. So automatically with installation, right? Yes, once JDK software installed in your system, JDK software installed, then getting JVM automatically. Then JVM getting automatically. JVM, it's a part of JDK software. So for JVM purpose, JDK software should be installed here. For JVM purpose, JDK software should be installed. Okay. Yes. Next, one more thing here. JVM is a OS dependent, right? JVM is OS dependent. Since JVM is OS dependent, JDK also OS dependent here. Okay. See here, since JVM is a OS dependent. Yes, JDK also OS dependent. JDK also OS dependent. JDK also OS dependent. See, same JDK cannot be installed. Cannot be installed on different applications. Same JDK cannot be installed on different applications. Yes, every ways. Yes, for every ways, separate JDK is available. Separate JDK is available. Separate JDK is available here. So for every ways, separate JDK. Yes, for every way, separate JDK is available here. For different application, different JDK here. Let me show that for every ways. Okay, JDK downloads. JDK 1.8, for example, SE8. See, this is from the Oracle Corporation. Java 8 from the Oracle Corporation. Yes, you must have the Oracle account. Otherwise, you cannot download. When you try to download it, it will ask for the Oracle account. You don't worry. Yes, I'll share the software. Yes, I'll send your Gmail. Yes, I'll share your Gmail. JDK software, Eclipse, and your class document. Everything I'll share to your Gmail. You guys don't worry. I will do everything for you. Okay, just to follow my instructions. As per my instructions, you work on it here. Yes, you'll become expertise. By the time of finishing course, minimum 3 to 4 years experience you have to put up. That level I'll train you. Okay, yes. See here, JDK 8. See, JDK 8 for different, for Linux systems, for Mac OS, JDK for Mac, JDK for Linux, JDK for Mac OS. Okay, JDK for Solaris OS, JDK for Windows OS. Yes, in your system, Windows 64-bit. Last one you have to download. Yes, you guys don't worry. Yes, you guys don't worry. I'll provide Windows OS. For your Windows OS, yes, already it's available. Yes, I'll share with you. Suppose someone using Mac OS, for Mac OS also, it's available. Okay, I'll share with you. Okay, it's available. Okay, it's available in drive here. I'll share to you the drive, your material drive, like JDK software, Eclipse software, where class documents. Okay, next assignments and programs, different kind of things are there in drive. Yes, I'll give the access to the drive. The drive, yes, material drive. Here, this is your material. Yes, today I'll give the access. After finishing class, today I'll give the access to the drive here, core Java. MNRA core Java, here all is material. Complete material is available. Yes, your Java documents. Yes, your Java documents, Eclipse documents, JDK here. See Eclipse ID, Java document, JDK, next other materials, assignments and different programs. Their complete material. Java material. Next recordings. Yes, your batch recordings. I think, yeah, your batch. So this is recordings. 1, 2, 3, 3 recordings already placed here. Today recordings, 4th recording after finishing class. I'll just sharing like this. Like this, M11. Yes, like this your Gmail ID. Like this, I'll share it. Yes, how to access this drive, how to download, all that tomorrow I'll explain. Tomorrow, yes, installation class. Tomorrow I'll explain that here. So this is about, yes, how Java made us independent platform. Yes, so here this JDK is a voice dependent for different operating systems. You have to download different JDK here. Yes, for every way separate JDK is available. JDK is different. JDK is not same here. Okay. Yes. See, exe file dot class file. About exe file discussed. About dot class file discussed. Let us compare these two for a better understanding purpose. Exe file versus dot class file. Let us review topic once again. Let us review topic. Yes, about exe file, all points already discussed. About dot class, all discussed. Now let us compare these two. Let us compare these two for better understanding. See, first 2 points. Exe file, it's a binary code file. It is a binary code file. It's a system understandable language. Exe file. It is a binary code file. It's a system understandable language. What is dot class file? Yes, it's a byte code file. JV understandable. Exe file is a binary code. I showed already binary code. It's a system understandable language. System is processor understandable language. Byte code. It's a byte code file. Yes, it's a JVM understandable language. Byte code is a JVM understandable. This is first difference. Next difference here. Next difference. It contains program codes, a software library, and OS library. Binary code for our C program, binary code for library, and binary code for OS library here. What is dot class file? Dot class pure Java program. Don't have any OS library. Don't have any OS library. Yes, it contains byte code for Java program plus byte code for Java library. That's it here. Yeah, don't have OS library. Dot class file, don't have any OS. Dot class file, don't have any OS library. So see, exe file is a prepared file. Exe file is a prepared file for the specific OS. Exe file is already linked with OS library. So for specific OS here, exe file is a prepared for specific OS. Windows based exe, Linux based exe, Windows based exe file running on Windows OS, Linux based exe running on Linux OS, Unix based exe running on Unix OS. It's a prepared file for specific OS. Exe file is a prepared file for specific OS here. Dot class file is not a prepared file. Don't have any OS library. Okay. Next here exe file. OS library statically linking with exe file means at the time of creation of exe file itself linking. Statically linking. That link never changes. It's a fixed, that link is fixed. Link is fixed. So statically linking, OS library statically linking with exe file. What is dot class? OS library dynamically linking with dot class file. OS library dynamically linking with dot class file at runtime. Okay. Next, exe file is already prepared for specific OS. Separately preparation is not necessary. Directly running. Exe file is a binary code file already linked with OS library, so directly running. But dot class is not a prepared. Dot class file is not a prepared file. After moving on to OS, JVM prepares as per current OS. JVM preparing with JVM linking dot class to current OS. JVM linking dot class to current OS here. So dot class file is not a prepared one. After moving on to OS, the links with OS library. But exe file already prepared, already linked. Already linked. Next, see exe file executes faster than dot class file. Reason exe file is already prepared. Exe file is a binary code file and already linked with OS library. Directly execution. Since executing directly, yes, less time taking care. See dot class file. Since dot class file preparing at runtime, it executes slowly than the exe file. See dot class file. Dot class file has to convert into binary code and linking with OS library. Converting and linking, converting, linking, converting, linking. Little bit time taken. Dot class file contains byte code. That byte code has to convert into binary code. After converting into binary code, linking with OS library. Dot class file contains byte code. That byte code first of all converts into binary code. That binary code linking with OS library. It will take some time here. Okay. So preparing at runtime. Preparing means byte code converting into binary code. That binary code linking with OS library. It's preparing at runtime. Since preparing at runtime, it will take some time. Slowly executing. Yes, exe file already prepared, already binary code file already linked with OS library. Execution is fast. Exe file executes faster than dot class file. Dot class was somewhat slow compared to exe file. Okay. Yes, next. Yes, to run exe file, application software not required to install. Yes, when you want to run exe file here, see, suppose here exe file, project exe file, right? This project exe file, yes, running, right? Same exe file, yes, 1 second. To get the exe file, first C software has to install. Yes, already installed. In Linux base, C software should be installed, already installed. After installing C software, yes, next part, developed on C program. And finally, we got the exe file. That project exe file got it, right? Running project exe file. Now this project exe file, you can move to another Linux, similar, same Ubuntu 1, Ubuntu 2. And second mission, second Ubuntu, again C software not required to install. Directly can run it. On Ubuntu 1, exe file created. That exe file you can move to Ubuntu 2 and running directly. On Ubuntu to software, C software not required again here. Yes, you can move on to another Ubuntu, you can run similar ways. If it is similar ways, directly can run it here. Again, C software not necessary. Again, C software not necessary. Again, it's not necessary here. Okay, to run the exe file, that application software is not necessary. To run exe file, application software means that C software or C++ software not necessary. Not required to run exe file, application software not required to install. Application software means C software is application software, C++ application software, .NET application software. To run exe file, that application software not required to install. Once exe file prepared, not necessary. Yes, to run dot class file, JDK should be installed. Without JDK, you cannot run the dot class. That means to run the Java program, compulsory Java software should be installed. To run exe file, C software not necessary. That's the difference. So this is difference between exe file dot class file. I think everyone is clear, right? About exe file dot class file differences. Yes, see exe file practically explain, dot class file practically explain, same thing just compared. Yeah, this is how Java made as independent platform. Yes, reason. Yes, here since dot class file linking dynamically. Simple answer. Since yes, in Java dot class file dynamically linking with OS by the JVM. Since it's dynamically linking with OS by the JVM, yes, it's independent platform. That's it. That's it here. So this is about independent platform. Okay, 1 second. See, this type of explanation, no trainer will give you. I'm sure 100%. No Java trainer, even websites also. See, many Java websites have experts develop some websites. Yes, even they don't give much information about like this because they don't know about embedded C. Simply they worked on Java. How is Java working? They know, but internally how it's working. So what is actually JVM is working? JVM developed in C++ exe file. Okay, how that JVM is behaving? Even they don't know about it. Simply, what is Java program, how it's working, how to use Java code, and how to use Java library. That's all. But they don't know what happens inside the OS. See, to understand today topic, yesterday topic completely prerequisites. See, started from the scratch. Started from this scratch. Why started from the scratch? Yes, to understand today topic, yesterday started from the scratch. Otherwise, you can't understand. So yesterday topic, yes, it's a prerequisite for today topic. Yesterday we discussed about OS. Next discussed about interpreter. Discussed about compiler. Right? After that, explained about exe file. After that, explained about dot class file. Finally, explained about independent platform. That's it. Yes, to explain one topic here, so many prerequisites we should explain here. After explaining, finally go to one topic here. That is my way of explanation here. See, most of the Java trainers, they will give the definitions. That's it here. What is independent platform means? Yes, simply other trainers, it's independent of OS. Java program running on any OS here. How JVM makes it Java is independent platform. That's it here. They will not explain about exe file. They will not explain about dot class file. Okay. Even explaining, they will not explain practically. Even I showed practically. Linux based on Linux based, the C program exe file showed practically. On Windows based exe file practically showed. Okay, next Java program. Yesterday, how the dot class file generating Java C compiler, dot class file generating then execution. Yes, working on different platforms. How the dot class file is linking to different platforms. Very clearly explains. I'm sure no trainer will explain like this. No website will explain like my experience is more than industry. More than the industry. Even Google also will not reach to my knowledge. My knowledge is more than the Google. Even Google also will not give that kind of solutions. I can give that kind of solutions Java. That is my experience. See, going forward, we'll see lot of things like this. Lot of things. Going forward, internals, every program, what is happening back end. So in every program, what is happening back end here? That back end explanation. See, today, yes, morning batch about variables explained here. Generally, any trainer, this variable declaration and storing data and displaying like that. But here, I have explained about stack, how these variables are storing to stack memory. Last in, first out. How JVM divides your memory space, stack memory, heap memory, static, different kind of things. Okay, even they also said today, very nice explanation, wonderful explanation like that. Same words from them. Yes, see, not only today here, every day topic like this one here. Till end of the batch, every topic, every program, back end, what is happening in memory, what is happening here. Yeah, that's the reason I was saying that yes, you'll get minimum 3 to 4 years of experience. By the time of finishing course, minimum 3 to 4 years of experience you can put up here. Yes, I'll make you expert in Java. Yes, my topics are like a spoon feeding, very spoon feeding, very clearly each and every point from the basic onward started. Okay, I think you guys wondered, yes, how that basics from the very beginning, very scratch started. What is hardware? What is software? What is OS? Okay, next, what is interpreter? What is compiler? What is exe file? What is dot class? All that basics explained. Okay, yes. So this is about all that introduction. So this is about all that Java introduction. How Java made us independent of that, like this. Okay, Java depends on compiler as well interpreter. That point also clear. Okay, so next topic is Java installation. Yes, next topic is yes, installing Java. See this topic. Java installation and Eclipse setup. Java and Eclipse. Tomorrow, yes, we'll discuss about Java installation and Eclipse setup. Yeah, that's all for today. Any doubts? Yes, any doubts? Yes, yes, case, any doubts? Any doubts? Yes, 1 second. I think everyone shared your information in WhatsApp, right? Yes, I think everyone is in WhatsApp. Yes, you are not in WhatsApp. Yes, I'll add to group. This is my WhatsApp number. I'm giving again here. Yes, still anyone pending to share your details, share here. My WhatsApp number. Yes, yes, just use your name. Yes, your name. Yes, name and Gmail ID enough. Name and Gmail ID. So this is my WhatsApp number. Share your details. I'll add to group. Still anyone pending is there? I'll add to group. See in group. Yes, your daily classes. Yes, today I will share. I will give the access to your drive. Yes, 1 second. Just one. Just a minute. Phone. Yeah. 10:30 a.m. Yes, here already group communication is going. See, session 3 shared already. So 1 to 3 sessions are shared. Yeah, today I'll give the drive access. So from today you can access from drive. Today's session also I'll share in the WhatsApp as well. I'll give the drive access. Today also I'll give the drive access. Okay. Yes. You can access from drive here. Material, videos, and software, everything you can access from drive. Okay. Yes. Still anyone to share your details, share it. This is my number. Share it. Just you communicate with me. So why not communicating? You guys just any doubts you can ask me. Yes, not only Java doubts, your career doubts, advices, and different kind of help, job help. Yes, I can do. It's not an issue for me. I have a lot of network. Okay. Yes. So whenever any opening comes, I'll inform you. Just you apply for it. Yes, I'm waiting for 1 minute. Just waiting for 1 minute. Please take this number and share that. Yeah, that's all. That's all for today. Yes, that's all for today. Same link tomorrow also. Till Saturday, same link. Same link, same time, 10:30 exactly. Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Same link and same time.